my YouTube channel. I am so excited for today's video because it starts our first Astrology Diaries series, where we will be talking about my experiences, observations, and opinions of both male and female of each zodiac sign. I absolutely love astrology, and I definitely do believe in the alignment of the stars with our zodiac signs. To me, it's like a cheat sheet to someone's personality. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing the Sagittarius. So be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you like the video, if I left something out, if I could have included something, if I was right, if I was wrong. Just comment below. Okay, so let's get into it. Sagittarius. This sign is born between November 23rd through December 21st. This sign is a fire sign, you guys. This is why they are so spontaneous, inspirational, adventurous, and so passionate. They are very, very passionate in everything that they do. Their emotions, I consider it always over the top. Everything they do is above and beyond. Nothing will be mediocre with the Sagittarius, and this is why, okay? They always have a burst of fire under them. They're also ran by planet Jupiter. This is why they are thinkers, doers, always up to something, always in something, always on the move, okay? This is your Sagittarius because they're ran by planet Jupiter. Their symbol is also part of the Greek mythology, a centaur called Chiron. Chiron was very smart, very wise, helpful. He was into things of hunting, medicine, arts, prophecy, tutoring, and teaching. This is another reason why they are so talented and very well-rounded people. All right, so I just wanted to give you a background on the sign itself of the Sagittarius. Okay, so now I want to talk about the Sagittarius men. These guys, wow, I have a very love-hate relationship for them. First, I want to start with the great points of them. They are very sociable, very ambitious. They are very hardworking and very, very intellectual, you know. They're also very protective. You know, they do not mess around. You're not going to mess with their loved ones, something they love, period. Like, they will come for you. I have seen that firsthand. I have dated Sagittarius guys, and my dad is a Sagittarius, and so I know that they are very protective people, which is a great thing, something you will need to feel protected. That's very important. Like I said, they're very intellectual. Not saying that any of the other signs aren't well-rounded, but it just, when it comes to them, just about on any topic you talk about, they can pretty much relate to, and they have experience and knowledge in. And to me, that just makes them so fascinating because they are ahead of times, and it's nothing that they really don't know about. So I really like that about them. They're very playful and humorous, you know, so that's also a great point to them as well. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship for the Sagittarius guys because the reason why I have a hate for them, to me, they are a little bit more sensitive than the females. In my experiences of me dating the Sagittarius guys, they always seem to have a chip on their shoulder, and I don't know what that's about. You know, they always want to argue with you about something. Very argumentative. They want to talk, they want to argue with you about, you know, anything. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as they're right. It doesn't matter how wrong they are, and even if you tell them and show them how they're wrong, it doesn't matter. They want to hear you say you're sorry, and they will argue with you back and forth until you finally say, you know what, you're right. You're right. You win. And so that's just something that I can't get with. Along with arguing, they're very manipulative and sneaky to me, you guys. So for the guys, it's going to be a no. Okay, so my very feisty, bossy Sagittarius women. Wow, you guys, I have a lot of Sagittarius friends. I know of a lot of Sagittarius women. And I just want to say, hands down, you guys are the best. I mean, a friend, a co-worker, listening ear, you guys are it. I love Sagittarius women. They are very independent, very generous, very strong-willed. I mean, these are some very strong group of women, like I said, very bossy. And I don't mean like pointing finger here and there. I mean, they can do that as well. But what I mean by that is everything about them is very bossy. They make very boss moves. They move very, very bossy. Everything about them is leadership style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I love how they carry themselves. Very, very, like I said, also, they can be very feisty. They come off to me sometimes as kind of, what can you do for me? And that's kind of like the downfall for them. I can see in some cases, if you can't really do anything for them, or really if they don't get their way, it's going to be a problem. And that's just, to me, like the cons of them. And it's like, you can't always have your way. It's not going to always be said how you think it should be said, and so that's just something that I've noticed from the women. They can be very, over the top as well, but at the same time, like I said, they are very just, it's my way or kind of the highway type thing. So that, to me, in a nutshell, is a Sagittarius woman. Now, from what I can see, these women are very, very helpful. There's been plenty of times where I have met and talked to a lot of Sagittarius women, and hands-on, they were willing to help. They were all hands in, no questions asked. Don't worry about anything. They are definitely going to help you. And so for that, I do love them. Like I said, it's not too much bad about them that I really have to say, honestly and truly, because for the most part, I can say they are true to themselves, and they are true, to you. And so the best thing not to do is to make them not trust you, or for them to think otherwise of you, to get on their bad side. So other than that, I love Sagittarius women. Okay, now in general, for just any Sagittarius, I believe this applies to male, female, no matter what. I will say that they are very bold, very confident people. There's nothing mediocre about this sign. Like I said, they are always over the top. Nothing will be regular smuggler. Nothing. I've never met a plain Sagittarius, or, I just haven't. I mean, they're not dull at all. And that's another thing that I really love about them. They are very hardworking. They're very funny. They can be very outspoken, very blunt, and sometimes they say things in a way that it's like, hey, it is what it is, and so sometimes you just can't be soft dealing with them, because of the things that they're going to say. It's going to just come off just how it is, just blunt. So you have to be willing to accept that if you're wanting to be around them or have them as a friend or in a relationship with them. To me, y'all, they a little nosy. Sagittarius people real nosy. They want to know all about you, what you doing, how you doing it, who you doing it with, where you doing it at, why you doing that. And you know what? They won't hardly tell you a thing about them. I have noticed that from relationship-wise and friendship-wise. And I'm just like, wow, you just gave me a whole list of questions that you want to know about me, but I know absolutely nothing about you. They're very private. I will say that. Very, very private. It's not a lie you're going to find out about them or that they're going to release to you. And I know they think they're being slick, but I see that, so yeah. Also to me, male and female, I've seen a little jealousy. They can be a little jellyfish sometimes. But their jealousy to me is a little different, because it's not saying that they don't want you to have it. It's just kind of like, well, how come I didn't think of that? Well, how come it didn't happen to me first? Wow. I mean, I've even had a Sagittarius friend tell me I'm jealous. No, don't be jealous. But once again, they're very truthful, very blunt. And like I said, they're happy for you. Don't get me wrong, they are. But in a way, they're trying to figure out, how can I do that? Or, how come I didn't think of that? Because once again, they're very intellectual people. They're ahead of the times. And so that's where I see their jealousy side coming out at. They are very aggressive people. I don't know why. They talk with so much aggression. Sometimes they move and act. I mean, they just so like, just everything is just so like aggressive. And I don't know why they're always like this, but male and female, I have seen it. I'm like, can you just take it down a notch? You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's the Sagittarius for you. They're very passionate. So anything they do, anything they say can be over the top. That's why another reason I feel they are very dramatic people. You know, I'm just like, you do not have to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to be doing all of that. But that's how they are. To me, they are very dramatic. Just over the top. I'm telling you guys, that's the only way I can describe this sign. They are like over the top. I can also see them as being a little attention seeking. They love attention. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's talking loud to get the next person to engage in a conversation, wearing clothes that you know nobody else would be fond of wearing. I mean, my gosh. I mean, they are it. I mean, they love attention. You know, they may not show it right off, but to me, they always looking for someone to look at them, the lights on them. So, yeah, that's a Sagittarius for you. Overall, they're a great sign, you guys, in my opinion. Like I said, very good friends. It just depends, you know, for as a lover part, that's going to be upon your discretion. But like I said, for me, I cannot date a Sagittarius guy. I've tried it twice and it's a no-go for me. We bump heads each and every time. So it's just nothing that I'm willing to go through again. It just kind of became a little draining, the arguing and aggression. I just can't do it. They are helpful. They are very caring. They are very loving. You know, that's another thing that I can say. They tend to kind of fall in love fast, and I mostly do see that from the guys falling in love super duper fast. But once they love, I will say they love hard, both male and female, and they will give you their all. And yeah, they will. Like I said, they're very passionate, so everything with them will definitely be over the top, you guys. So for me, for these eccentric, bold, confident Sagittariuses, this is what I've concluded with me dealing with both male and female. Let me know in the comments how I did, if you think I was right or wrong, if you liked it. Let me know. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again for tuning in.